We have to talk.
I hope it's important.
Oh, you bet it's important.
All right. You're not involved in...
No. But I have to find the
That old sod?
There's something I need your help.
Oh, what a surprise.
There's a guard posted outside Musa's tent.
That I could use my feminine charm. So you rid me of one pig just to lumber...
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't really important.
All right, then. I'll try and lure him to the bathhouse. I hope he won't... be rewarded for that. Wouldn't you like me to give you a nice bath?
Well, I can't deny I've been standing here for quite...
Henry? What are you doing?
Nah, to hell with Grozov. Katz believes you didn't do it.
I truly appreciate that. Tinge sireye.
What?
It is a proverb from my country.
Well, we'll straighten them all out. Don't worry. What happened when you brought Chertan?
I already told you everything. We laid him on the table. Crow went, then I gave him some wine to drink. And he suddenly, soon after...
And what happened next?
Then the noble lord of Borum Laka...
Did Chertan say anything?
He tried to, but my Hungarian is not as good as...
What about that wine?
Lord Grozov poured it away in anger before you arrived.
He poured it away? When it could have helped us?
Evidence that here in Bohemia you will... It smelt and looked this. Perhaps it was...
Where was the wine from?
A bathhouse maid brought it to me along with my clean laundry. A very pretty girl. Catherine, I think.
Catherine? Are you sure?
Absolutely. But I doubt that she was mixed up in this. Chertan was not the first. The wine must have been poisoned.
All right.
I have done some thinking about that. The best thing would be to investigate the poison. Every poison had... If we discover what poison was used on Chertan...
Well, wouldn't it be enough to search the whole camp? I don't imagine...
You would be surprised, my friend. It may not be... What is more, you cannot just run around the camp...
How can we identify...
That is not hard. I examine the dead body. I find this... That is...
And could I help you? Can't be that hard.
Certainly not. I'm sorry. That was not good. The first thing to do is to go to Chertan's corpse. You must remember everything. In the infirmary, you'll find a chest. Take from it my almanac. You can read. Excellent. The chest is locked. But I trust you will manage somehow.
You have a whole book just about poisons?
I bought it on my way here, in Moravia. I have not yet, but please, do not mention it to anyone. It would not look good.
Right. Examine Chertan. Who do you think killed Chertan?
I have no idea. But who do you think is the prime...
I heard Sir Grozov...
I have heard the same. And...
Well?
I think it must be someone from here. A stranger, and I would bet that it was... And because it cannot be you, me, or Katz, that leaves Grozov. Someone should question them all.
Well, what else?
I am very grateful, my...
What if we forgot about finding the murderer? You'd be long gone before Grozov...
Thank you for the offer. But look at me. And even if I did get away by some miracle, they would punish you.
Was it you who found...
Aye.
I need to ask you a couple...
I don't know nothing.
What did you do when you found...
It all happened so fast. Before we could...
Crow?
Aye, but he snapped out of it quick and told us to wait for...
You really didn't see anything?
Are you deaf?
No, I believe you. But that...
Well,
What's possible?
it's possible we dozed off for...
Oh, Christ.
No! We might have just shut one... We'd have noticed if anything happened there. But before...
How did you find Cher...
I don't remember. I remember we heard someone yelling. So we ran down to the ammunition...
As far as I know, there were 2 of you on guard.
Him? God's teeth.
Anyone can be a bit of a twat.
But he out-twats them all. He never stops banging on about the most run-of-the-mill... I tried to tell him I'm not fucking in. Between you and me, it's quite a relief that this business with Churton has shut him...
Right. Holy Mary, Mother of God. He looks a bit ruddy. I can't see anything straight. I suppose the murderer surprised him. He coughed up some blood, all right. But he also threw his gut... That's a nasty wound. But why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part? Several stab wounds in the belly. The murderer definitely knew what he was doing. Though that hardly... Almost everything is covered. I can't see anything ripped or whoever killed him. He looks horribly rigid. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken neck. And what's this here? Something that looks like warts. But... He looks horribly rigid. I've heard it happens to the dead, but... That'll have to do. He had spasms, he shot himself, warts or lesions on his red as a poppy. But that could be from... I mustn't forget anything. Right, that's that. I should tell Musa what I've learned.
Good to see you.
Greetings. I read that book of yours.
What do you mean, you think? Think fast.
I know what... The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting.
This name means nothing to me. But if you think the symptoms are the same, are you sure it was that poison? That does not narrow...
But I'll figure it out somehow.
Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not...
But you said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow...
Wait a moment.
Of course. Go on.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, even so, it is strange. For months, the people here you have done more in a few days.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Of course it is. I'm only saying...
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing what I'm told to do.
I have more important things to do than to try to trick you. Who?
All right. I'll try to trust you.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that you were cleverer than...
You're pleased?
It was not my first choice. Or do you think I long to spend...
How did you come to be in...
That is a long story. Although the Osmans are not that welcoming to my people. The Sultan at the time, but soon after, we found ourselves... Luckily, that is, luckily for me, it was around then, and I managed to persuade the Sultan to send me to Hungary. I am sure you understand that I did not want to wait for Timur's savage. But let us just say that King Sigismund did not, instead of making me his counselor.
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse because I am a total coward. I would be very happy to get away from here, and perhaps... So I think it will be best.
You know nothing.
In this conversation...
I'd better go and search the town.
Good luck.
Beautiful, but empty. No poison. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies. There's nothing here. Musa's definitely not to blame. The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses? Oak. And dry as a bone. Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death. Just a broom. I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Nothing out of the ordinary. Ugh, stinks of vomit.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozov's fallen on hard times. How could anyone drink all this? Oh, that's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make Dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he? Right. I found out.
My word, you're bristling with In the meantime...
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter, but before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grozov.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and
Only your soldiers seem to die.
There are always problems, but as you can see...
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers.
Let him speak, then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Well, that's simple, sir. Musa was with me and Commander
That doesn't prove anything.
Do you think I stabbed him?
Musa of Mali will...
Katz and the boy were drunk. Musa could easily have...
I find that hard. But if it wasn't...
Chertan was killed by our corporal. Stephen, known as Crow.
What? Me? Fucking hell, Henry.
Crow? That one with the mustache?
That's right, sir. He's Katz's right-hand man. I bet they're both mixed up in it.
Nobody asked for your opinion, but I am eager to hear yours, lad. And start at the beginning.
Crow tried to break into the store to steal powder, but Chertan caught him in the act.
What nonsense! Where's your proof?
There was powder scattered all over the storeroom floor. Crow scattered the powder, but then he had to flee.
Anyone could have done that. Is that the best you can do?
Stop all this shouting! Listening to peasants like you two is painful, so keep it short and to the point. What happened next? You carried Chertan to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his...
It seems someone poisoned the poor...
Crow definitely poisoned the wine. Maybe Musa turned his back, and at that moment, he poured it into the goblet.
What do you think of that, Sir Musa?
It is not impossible. I had to go and get clean bandages and water to wash the wounds.
You're not gonna take this seriously, are you? Ha! Even if that happened to be true, where would I have got the poison?
You brewed it yourself. I found rosewater, nails, and oak bark in your tent. Stuff used to brew a poison called Kiss of Death. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
You fucker! I don't have any of those things!
That's enough! I've heard all I need to know. Cats, I hereby convict that corporal of yours for murder.
What?
Sir Grossoff, have a gallows erected.
Leave me alone!
Don't make this harder than it need be. We could have you tortured, too.
You whoresons! Just try and catch me!
You're a dead man.
Nice strike!
Good! Well, Lord Stieberitz, I'd say we've cleared everything up.
True. Get rid of the body outside the camp. And I apologize to...
My head will remain on my shoulder.
You needn't have been afraid of that. Your sort get hanged. It's a waste of a blade.
I wouldn't laugh so much if I were you.
What? I didn't do anything.
Exactly. And look where...
You can't do that.
Indeed, I can. I will live in the royal tent. I'm sure cats will be...
It's all yours. We won't be staying much longer.
As you command, sir.
Then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to...
All right, but hurry. I don't... Careful.